My name is Jackie Newton from Coach Approach. I'm lucky enough to be doing an interview today with one of our athletes and long-time coaches and workers, Bowen Gough. He is a swimmer, represented his club at nationals, winning medals over many years. Lucky enough to go overseas, represent his country and university, and is gearing up for the Olympics in Tokyo in 2021. So thanks for sitting down with us, Bowen.
Thank you very much for having me.
So just touching on those things that I talked about, tell us a bit about yourself, your journey in swimming, and how you've got to where you are today.
Yeah, no problem. So I've been swimming since I was about 6 years old. As long as I can remember, water's been a part of my life. So I began swimming because my sister was a swimmer, and we live in a country town near Phillip Island, and Mum would take her to her swimming lessons, and eventually she started doing squad, and I would come and watch. And ultimately, I told Mum I wanted to get in the water and swim because I wanted to beat her, and that's how I started my whole swimming journey. So I didn't have any particular strokes that I enjoyed growing up, but I just liked being in the water. And when I was about 14, I made the decision to move to Melbourne to try and give myself more opportunity to swim at an elite level. I just made my first nationals, qualified. I came last, but I had just qualified. And yeah, ever since then, things have really picked up for me. So yeah, I've won a few medals at nationals and represented Australia recently at the World University Games in Italy with a couple of top 5 placings, and which was very exciting. But yeah, now currently just waiting it out and getting ready to trial for Tokyo in 2021.
Yeah, awesome. So your preferred race is butterfly, which I can say is my least preferred stroke. We all know it's very hard. It's definitely quite unique. Tell us a bit about your race, why it's your best, what that means for you training-wise, stuff like that.
Yeah, so I swim butterfly, which is probably, in my opinion, it's the hardest stroke to swim. It's very taxing on the body and on your lungs. It's very demanding on your shoulders. But yeah, and I somehow managed to make myself swim the hardest version of it, the 200 meters. But butterfly seemed to be the stroke that probably came the most naturally to me. So I've stuck with it, and I've had my best results in butterfly. So I recently came second at the Australian National Championships, just missed qualifying for the Open Australian short course team. But yeah, training for it's quite difficult. In a normal training week, we'll swim 9 times a week in the pool for 2 hours, sometimes more at a time. We'll have 3 gym sessions on top of that, anywhere between an hour to 2 hours, generally off the back of that. We'll do cycling sessions twice a week, between 30 minutes and an hour. And then on top of that, I also do a Pilates session for an hour during the week. So it's pretty grueling, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, absolutely not. That sounds quite difficult. But butterfly being so unique, what's that, I guess, competitive like going into Tokyo 2020 and your preparation involved for that and the likelihood of doing really well in those trials?
Yeah, so it's pretty competitive at the moment in Australia for butterfly. It hasn't always been Australia's strength. We haven't had too many Olympic medalists or anything like that. But yeah, recently, especially in the last 3 years, we've really picked up. We've had multiple World Championship finalists in the event, and right now I think it's as strong as it's ever been in the country. There are 5 of us currently probably vying for the 200 fly positions. Only 2 of us will get to go to Tokyo, but and those times that we're all swimming are quite substantially faster than what it took to go to Rio. So it is very close and tight, but I'm looking forward to a good race. But in regards to the lead up to Tokyo, yeah, with being in lockdown and having very limited access to pools, everything kind of has changed. I obviously can't swim in the water in a public pool with them being closed down, so having to currently revert to swimming in the ocean, in the cold water there, and doing lots of gym at home. So bringing a lot of equipment home and working out from my own deck, really.
Yeah, awesome. Lucky you've got the equipment, motivation, stuff like that. Just for anyone watching along at home, any of the kids, is there any exercises or something you'd be able to show? We'd love to know a little bit of what Bowen would get up to at home.
Yeah, not a problem. So I've got plenty of bodyweight exercises I can show you guys. So yeah, we'll go get stuck in.
Alright guys, so first off, we want to warm up our shoulders. 10 arm swings, forwards and backwards, starting with my right shoulder, and then we move on to our left. As a little bit of a challenge, then you try and swing one arm in the opposite direction to the other. This will challenge your coordination. Then we move on to some lower body exercises. Squats are always good to try and strengthen your legs. try and make it a little bit more swimming specific, I do some jump squats into streamline. Squat down low, jump up as high as you can, and put your arms into a streamline at the top. Moving on, we want to strengthen our arms, and we'll do some push-ups. Try and do 10 and have each rep look exactly the same as the rep before it. If on your feet's a little bit challenging, you can always move on to your knees. Finally, as a bit of a challenge, try and hold a plank for as long as you can, keeping a big straight line through your body. As well as my exercises at home, I've regularly been swimming at the beach, trying to keep a feel for the water whilst I can't actually get in the pool.
Awesome, thanks so much, Bowen, for running us through those. I'm sure for the kids at home sitting in front of a laptop or computer all day are getting a little bit stir crazy. I know I am. Just to finish up, do you have any words of wisdom, motivational quotes, anything like that, just to finish us up with today?
Yeah, sure. So this will blow over eventually, but everyone needs to do their part to self-isolate and keep everyone safe. You can always do stuff from home. There's always things you can do around the house. You don't need fancy equipment. I'm a swimmer, but I showed a whole lot of body weight exercises today that you can do on your own. So yeah, keep setting goals, little ones each day, take it day to day, and yeah, hopefully everything will be back to normal before we know it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Thanks so much, Bowen. Very wise words. Best of luck in your preparation for Tokyo 2021. We'll be cheering you on, and I hope to catch up with you again.
Thank you very much.